All right, so what I want to show y'all is a commercial, right? I saw this online. I thought it was interesting. I'm gonna show it to you and then I'm gonna stop it. And when I stop it, I want y'all to tell me what you think this commercial is about.
Waterboarding. Okay, go ahead.
Stop! This dude. All right, y'all ready?
Yeah.
All right.
いつまで続くんだろうな、こんなこと。さあな。泣いてんのか？別に。地震だ。地震だ。
Okay. Do y'all have any guesses what this commercial? I'm gonna finish it, but you have any guesses what this commercial is about?
That was intense.
I love this. Go ahead. What do you think? And I need guesses. I need the. It was good, right? Like you was really good. Into it, right? Okay.
At first, I thought they were mocking the transport of slaves. At first,
okay.
Yeah, I thought they were mocking it.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Really? Okay.
Real talk. That was my first thought when that first scene.
We'll go one each. What do you think?
I don't know. It kind of felt like something about being together, some type of like. I felt like it was gonna end with like some type of powerful quote or some powerful foundation type of ordeal.
Yeah. It had that vibe.
Okay. Yeah. I will tell y'all this. When I saw it, this is a Japanese commercial.
Yeah.
When I saw it, I actually, because it was showed to me the same way, right? Yeah. And I mean, I was watching it online, and the person that was presenting it, they did the same thing, right? And so it was like, all right, pause it. What do y'all think? What do you think it is? And I was like, man, and I guessed it, right? Mm-hmm. But let's play.
Yeah.
Wait.
Syria roofing tiles.
It's a shingles commercial. A roof shingles.
The elements. That's why they did the elements.
Went through all the different. Right? Yeah, right. All of that to do a roof shingles commercial.
Yeah. Had to do with anything.
No, they're all together. They were the shingles. They were each shingle of the roof. Wait, I don't want to.
No, I get it.
Okay. I was like,
wait for it.
No, I get it. It's just, I don't know. It didn't make any sense. Like
it did.
Because they portrayed it to be deeper.
Like, of course.
Got you. What was the deepness about it?
meant to be deeper, but no.
They meant for it to be deep, but it wasn't.
Right. Because it was a commercial to draw you in. Yeah. And y'all was watching it like it was about to show in the theater. Exactly. Now, if you ever need shingles in Japan, you know where to go.
Bro. What made you watch this thing?
Rabbit hole. That's what it was. Exactly. But tell me that was. But look, that was good, right?
If that what rabbit holes do to y'all, I don't want no rabbit holes. I'm sick to those. I'm used to.
I was about to say something, but I ain't gonna do it.
Oh,
I was about to get you for a minute.
So the wife is doing better now.
Oh God.
You're a goofy now.
No, real talk.
No, because I know. You know, Heather, I am not laughing at you. I know what happened. And Kingsley don't. That's why I'm laughing.
Nah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, so we we kind of figured out like what was wrong. Like, man, we was like, okay, what's what the heck did you eat? You know what I'm saying? And so, like she was doing bad, like throwing up.
I remember you told me.
Yeah, like, you know, just kind of like if you have like food poisoning, like real bad food poisoning. And so I'm like, what did you eat? Like, she was like, I think something, you know, the thing I had was slimy. You know what I'm saying? I was like, what? And so she was like, yeah, it was real. Like, I was like, so what did you do? She was like, I just rinsed it off and then ate it. So what the hell did you eat? She got a hold of some bad nuts. You immature, dog. I knew you was coming.
Wait, bro, is that for real? No, bro.
Yeah, she had ball. You know, like the ones you have at the ball game, at a baseball game. Have you ever been to a baseball game? Let me ask that question.
No.
That's why he looked at you like, right.
Wait, you from the South? You ain't never seen them selling peanuts on the side of the road? Come on.
But what is she? They don't do that here.
No, exactly. She had bought some and then she roasted them and then she took her to a friend to roast them and then she ate some, but she had left them out. And so by the time she came, she's like, I forgot I had these. And she went and opened them. It had a little slime on it, so she rinsed them off.
Slime? Wait. No.
That's what she said. I don't know. Yeah. So she rinsed them off, thought it was good. Because, you know, it's covered. And so she cracked it open and ate it. It's like the nuts ain't do you good.
That's insane.
Listen, let me tell you.
Stick to them nuts.
You used to stick to them nuts. He's stupid. Because when he told me about it on the phone, I'm like, I didn't even get a chance to think anything kind of funny. He just assuming I'm going to come with some joke like, oh, she has some bad nuts.
But the way you said it,
right. So it was funny to me because it was like, I didn't say it. It's like, you know, like when somebody, like something wrong with them or whatever, and they make fun of themselves before you can make fun of them. That's what it was. He was like, I was like, so how's Heather doing this? And, oh, she good. You know, she has some bad nuts. I'm like, wait, what? Wait, what?
No, what I said.
Let me finish. Yeah. I was like, wait, you bet. I was like, he said, yeah, I had to do it before you did it. So I was like, I wasn't even thinking like that. I was asking about her health.
What I said was before I said, look.
No, you ain't say that.
Don't
the way
pick
you
fun.
said
Don't
it.
lie. I said I did you differently. But when I did, I said, man, don't pick fun. I was like, he was like, what? I'm like, I'm just warning you now. Don't say nothing silly. He's like, what? I'm like, she got a hold of some bad nuts. He started laughing. Like,
But the way you said, you said it differently towards.
He said it different to me than he did you.
Yeah, so I just said it. And let you
the reason, for clarity, for diverse clarity, the reason that I was laughing before he even told you about it, because I'm thinking about how goofy it sounded when he told me. Not that I think the joke is funny. I think it's very elementary, if you ask me.
It wasn't even a joke.
Is it a joke?
No, it's true. But he thought I was gonna clown him the moment he said it. Mm-hmm. So it was like, whatever, man.
Yeah.
Moving on. Heather, we glad you are feeling better.
Just don't shoot me.
This dude.
Yeah.
But yo, have y'all been paying attention? What's going on? News, all of this good stuff.
Yeah.
Bad stuff, more or less.
Yeah.
Stop, boy.
Man.
Kobe,
Stop, boy.
come here.
Stop, Kobe.
Come here. Sit. Thank you. Good boy.
Paul.
Good boy. All right. But yeah, y'all been paying attention to the news?
Yeah, man. It's crazy. I was just, right when I was walking through here.
Yeah.
I started watching the 60 Minutes report on it.
Oh no,
talking about the gun.
Yeah.
How do y'all feel about this, man? Like, with all the first, let me ask y'all this: Are either one of y'all registered gun owners?
No.
Do you plan on becoming one?
Yeah, when I get back, yeah, most definitely.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you going to Houston, dog? You. Yeah, you might want to strap up. And you got daughters too. Oh man, I'd have a watchtower and a sniper on guard. Like I ain't even playing. So, but the thing is, like, how do y'all feel about everything that's going on when it comes to like the law and the Second Amendment, the law, things to be done that may need to be done or whatever to try to like redirect all of these shootings that we're having? Like, how do y'all feel about that? Just the general feeling towards it. I mean, you say you don't plan on getting the
No,
gun.
I'm planning.
You don't like guns?
Oh man, just the way I was raised, man. I just always knew not to. My mom ain't play that gun stuff in the Haitian community. We're like, nah. You know, I was raised. My mom was like, you ain't get. I mean, one time
But y'all have machetes.
Wait, Haitians don't play
well,
mess with guns?
No, I mean it's different. Like middle class Haitian immigrant. You teach your kids like guns are bad. Being bad is bad.
But Haitians in Florida got guns.
You talking about what's the typical person that would be in Florida with a gun? That's Haitian. Well, like a single mother, a single immigrant parent, not gonna be like.
Well, no, but
guns
but you said like the Haitian culture.
Okay.
That's what you said.
Well, I think because
I'm thinking like
because all I know is how my mom raised me. So
Right,
I'm thinking hate. That's in the culture.
Yeah.
Not everybody was probably raised like that, but I'm thinking I'm Haitian. This is how she's raising us.
Okay.
Everyone's being raised like that.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah.
I don't think of Haitians as no punks, and I'm not saying that you got to have a gun to not be a punk, but I definitely didn't. You know what I'm saying?
And then we're talking about 90s where
Yeah.
this gun stuff wasn't really like that in the 90s.
Wow.
Hell of it wasn't. Yeah.
Well, let me go back. Let me clarify. Where I grew up in middle class North Miami, Florida.
Mm-hmm.
There
wasn't any guns.
Nah, it wasn't that type of neighborhood. It wasn't that type of vibe where it's like you gotta keep a gun in the house, you gotta keep a gun in the car, you gotta keep a gun in your waist, you gotta keep
Right.
I get that because like Georgia was the same. Like where I'm from in Georgia, it was where I'm from in Georgia. Like you could leave your screen door open, at a certain time when I was younger, and that quickly changed as I got older. But certain neighborhoods, like my grandma's house, it was like that. Even people in the neighborhood would come, Miss Annie Mae, your door open. Oh, and they'll shut it for or whatever. Like it was like that. But yeah, nah.
So I don't know, man. I don't. The way I was raised, I just knew guns was. I remember pretending like this, going like this, and my mom was about to beat my ass.
Yeah. I wasn't allowed to play with guns either.
Yeah.
I had a water gun maybe at some point, but yeah, it was orange. You know what I mean? You wasn't confusing that with nothing.
Right.
I wasn't, I wasn't sticking nobody up for their 9 liters. I was that was it. So
Where your candy pop?
run it.
But then but the grocery store I worked at, it was Puerto Ricans.
Mm-hmm.
They were strapped.
What grocery store was this? Food Max, Piggly Wiggly.
No, it was a
local?
It was a grocery store in the neighborhood.
Oh, okay.
And then so that was my first exposure to guns. Was I would
Really?
see them every morning when they open up the shop, big ass shotgun. I'd be like,
So being in Florida, you didn't see like
No.
big pickup trucks riding around with guns in the back,
no, not that Confederate
like
stuff.
on the.
No. You talking about Confederate stuff?
wow.
I mean, period. Just
Nah.
country folks.
I didn't grow up in the country though. Like I grew up in the city, like middle class.
What city did you grow up in?
North Miami, Florida. It's like middle class. Ain't nothing big about it. Ain't nothing smaller. It's just a bunch of middle class people.
You in the country. That's country.
Hey man.
I'm just saying. Like,
Hey man. Leave me alone.
You over there where they got, next, your neighbor, an acre that way. You know what I'm saying?
No, it was not like that.
Okay.
That was
And people like that would have-
that was where my mom grew up at.
3 acres?
That was in
3 acres that way there.
that was down in Hawkinsville. That was
But I mean, people were toting guns in that area, right?
I mean, I imagine so.
They have a lot of
Because of hunting and stuff like that.
farming
Yeah.
and stuff like that. Yeah.
But it's not because you worried about someone gonna break into your crib and
I mean, yeah,
you got to
it's-
protect yourself.
Right.
It's changed though, like that's the I don't
norm.
know. Yeah, like because now it's evolved. More people are doing it. More it's easier to access them and whatnot.
And that's
So-
the problem, though, right?
But
So you
that's
believe
what
in
I
gun
was.
control?
But that's what I was about to ask you. Do you think it's a problem? Do y'all feel that there needs to be an effort towards gun control?
I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I think you can have the gun control, but I think what are you gonna do with the people that already have guns?
Okay, but don't take offense to this. But don't speak like them people on TV because it's what you.
No, I'm asking.
Hang on, but what you just said though, that's almost like people saying all lives matter. Almost, because no, but what I mean by hang on, hang on. It's going. Let me land the airplane. I'm gonna explain.
Okay.
So when people say like all lives matter, it's because they're truly not understanding what the intent was behind Black Lives Matter, right? So when people say move that to the side, now when people say gun control, people automatically come to they're gonna come and take our guns. No, that's not what they're talking about. Gun control is potentially changing the laws. Right. In some shape, form, or fashion, changing the way that people are able to gain a gun.
Yeah.
Not just purchase, because you have to remember, in many of the states, you can give a gun to somebody and that is okay.
Right.
You as a private citizen can sell a gun to somebody and that is okay. Right. So it's not necessarily about going to Walmart or Dick's or wherever you go to get your gun. You get what I'm saying? You can just get a gun. So when they say gun control, we're talking about, no. Mel, you cannot just give your gun away. You need to take your gun to the local whatever. You need to file this, register whatever, just like when you sell your car, right? You got to go and you do a transfer of title and all of these things. Maybe that's a form of gun control. Do you get what I'm saying?
Right.
It doesn't mean they taking guns away.
No, I'm not saying.
So that's what. So you understand. So you see the correlation of what I'm saying? Is, all lives matter versus gun control, and
but I'm saying if you gotta moving forward, they have gun control where you have to register, your gun whenever you get it, purchase or sell it as a private private citizen. What about the ones? What about their guns they already have that they're not selling? What are they going? How do they have to register those? Are they going to come in and check and make sure they are registered? You see what I'm saying?
I'll be honest with you.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying take the guns because you're not going to go take somebody's gun. You know what I'm saying? But I'm saying that's a lot of guns to be trying to take.
Yeah.
And so all I know is like, a lot of people don't get guns from a store. You know what I'm saying? And they're not, and a lot of guns are not registered under anybody.
But is it that difficult though? Like for the point of controlling how there is a trade and how there are sales, is it that difficult? Because we do it with everything else, especially pharmaceuticals. To do it with various types of drugs that are not over-the-counter drugs, right? We do it with vehicles. We do it with homes.
But to me, I feel like is that the answer? Because when you think about the
gun control, some form of gun control.
No, I'm saying, yes, you have to have it. I think it's part of the steps, but I don't think that's that's where we need to stop. Because you think about it, for those people to go in and just kill or shoot mass people, that's a mental issue. You know what I'm saying? Something is wrong.
Okay, I agree with you. I think we can talk about that, but I'm specifically talking about what to do with the guns.
Right.
Because like the way, I don't know, we've been watching this stuff for a very long time on TV, and usually that's kind of what I hear. When people ask a question specifically, yes, there are many issues related to what's happening with the guns. Right. I know that what they say, it ain't guns that kill people, it's stupid people with guns that kill people. Yeah, I got it.
Right.
But we still have to work on how people get guns. Right.
Obtain them,
Like, for example, you get a driver's license. Well, after so many years, depending on what state you're in or what country you're in, you need to go and revalidate your driver's license.
Yeah, renew.
Well, maybe that you got to do a little eye test, right? If you got glasses, you got to wear them with the prescription. They got to check the prescription, make sure everything is right.
Right.
We're not doing, so we're talking about a car, which is if you were to kill somebody, what's it called? Vehicular homicide.
Yeah.
So it's a deadly weapon.
Right.
What's a gun?
Same.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
So why not? Why would we not? I mean, you got to go through more red tape to get a damn license as a babysitter, as a hairdresser, as a barber. But when it comes to a gun, just go to a flea market and grab one.
Right.
Give it to your buddy if you want.
Right.
I'm not saying that we should give away, or I'm not saying that we should try to take everybody's guns. No. If they did it, would I be upset? No. Because we are currently in the UAE and private citizens here don't have guns.
Right.
I know, new country, 50 years old, something like that. Got it.
No, because I know I can't think of specifically, but I know I have a friend from Ireland, and he said he has to go in. They do random checks to make sure he has his gun.
Yes. Wow.
They have to register their guns. You can't just go out and purchase a gun. Like, you have to have a reason for it.
Yes. Canada is like this.
Yeah.
Ireland is like
So
this.
these
I want to say
countries-
Scotland is like
so
this.
these different
Finland
countries
is like
have-
this. Yes.
They have gun control.
Yes.
So-
Yeah. So I'm for it. I'm definitely for it. But I I think like what America is, we definitely got to figure out like moving forward what we the gun control, and also how we can clean up the mess that we already have with the guns as well. Like that's
but I think the one argument was the style of gun too.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah.
The
Speak
ability
on
to
it.
get the ability to get like a AR-15, a machine, like you know what I'm saying? Like why? Why you letting
I use it for hunting.
hunting is what, your generic shotgun? I mean, I don't know. I'm not a hunter, so
I don't know.
All I know is if I am going to go hunt for deer and I'm using an AR-15, I'm not really sure what I'm going to have left to eat after I shoot that mug. The brrrr.
Just put him in a blender.
Po Bambi.
Yeah, and I think
That's a blender.
That's deer soup.
Put that man in a blender.
What is that?
Peter, please. Be easy on us. I think that's the bulk of the argument, is just the ability to get why is someone able to get an AR-15?
Right.
They're not worried about the handgun.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's
Man,
what.
we should go back to muskets. You know what I'm saying?
Could you imagine? You can't have no mass shooting.
Bruh, come on.
Hold on.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine?
Don't do it, guys. No mass shooting jokes, man. Come on.
No, I'm not.
Okay.
I'm not making it. No. What, who said a master joke?
No, I'm just saying. I just did,
Who said that?
the
he
musket
just-
thing.
yeah, he
That's
Yeah.
all you. Them brakes too tight. That ain't us.
No,
That's you.
it was about to be me.
Oh, you. Well, thank you. Thank you for. I'm just saying. Like, I mean, I'm being funny, but I'm saying, why don't we take it back to muskets? Because it's gonna take a long time to charge that up, get the gunpowder in, load it up on your shoulder, pop it.
Yeah.
Like,
So I don't know, man. I think that's the bulk of the argument. You know,
It's not the bulk of it. No, that's not the bulk.
because they know background checks. Some places have it already.
Yeah.
You have some of these mass shooters, squeaky clean,
But
nothing
see,
there.
that's the issue though. Like, from my understanding, these flea markets and things like this that they have, there are no background checks that are being done. You can just go and you can buy one. The background checks are only in like the stores, like the marketing stores. So like
Like an actual gun store.
yeah. So I would liken it to going to, I mean, I can say their names, but going to a Carrefour, or going to a Lulu's, going to a Jumbo Electronics, going to a Eros, or what's the other one, Emax or something like that, and buying a phone, right? It's a little bit different, right? Versus going to a kiosk in one of the malls or one of these little side shops, Musafa, Khalifa, whatever, right? It's way different. That's how it is with the guns.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And look at that, like we have just about the same type of stuff or equal paperwork to fill out as the buyer when it comes to buying a SIM card in another country as we do with a gun.
Yeah.
Think about it. Think about it. I'm trying all the countries that I've been to. I'm thinking about like when I bought a SIM card just traveling.
Yeah.
You got to pull out your passport. You got this. Then you got to fill out.
Right.
It's got all your. It's asking for an address, and it's like I'm visiting. I don't have one. They're like just put the hotel down.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, for a SIM card.
Oh, you gotta
I'm
do
here
that.
for a week. Like, yeah.
You got to do it for some countries, the visa, e-visa, whatever. You got to fill out where you stand.
Oh yeah.
What's the number?
All countries.
Yeah.
All countries. Yeah.
But I mean, not all. Some of them you just go in and you can, for us, like we just go in and stamp for Americans.
Well, you said an e-visa. We don't get an e-visa if we coming in just to get a stamp. You just come in and they
You
stamp
get
because
the
you're
stamp, yeah.
you just get a stamp. They don't
Right.
do
I
think
nothing.
more people
but if
turn
you
to
do an
e-visa
e-visa, if you gotta pay, you have to put where you stand.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
But I put where I was staying on the actual application too. It don't necessarily do
What do you mean on the for what?
like when I get into a new country.
What application though?
I feel like forms where I've had to put
You
on
talking
where I
about
stay.
you talking about immigration?
Yeah.
You talking about
Is
you
that not it?
Yeah.
Same thing,
No.
visa and stuff.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
but no. But what I'm saying is,
But I'm saying like for like when I just went to India, I had to put where I'm staying, who I'm going to be with, like
What's
put a number.
your business
Yeah.
here? What you doing?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And some countries I didn't have to do that. I just went and they'll,
You pay the money.
hey, how you doing?
Yeah.
Oh, where you from? I'm from blah, blah, blah. Oh, okay, yeah. I got a cousin over there.
that's how they talk.
Yeah.
That's how they. I got a cousin over there.
I'm being facetious, but it'd be like a lot of small talk, and then it'd be
Yeah.
like stamp, and then you going about your business. And then you got some countries like you got a red line. I get held up. I feel like
Yeah, they're gonna need you to go in the back. We're gonna need to check you out.
civil rights.
So having a gun though, do you think that if facing the situation, do you think? I mean, you would never have a gun?
Whew, man, come on, man.
I mean, you would
no, because it's a deep conversation. So,
but I'm asking, would you would never have a gun?
I don't know. I don't think I ever have one. In this day and age,
and you plan on getting one?
I don't know if it's in a, I don't know. It's an up or down. Damn. I haven't decided yet.
What would be the deciding factor for you to say, all right, you know, I need to get one. I need to.
Where we live at, like what area we living in.
Right. That would make me consider.
Crime rates.
Yeah, that would make me consider.
You know what I'm saying? Before, I had one. You know, and this is from where we stayed and where we live. I know everybody in my family had one. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So how would you feel if wherever you moved to, nobody there had guns? Guns were not allowed. Like,
that's fine.
How would you still feel that you need to have one?
That's a good question.
No,
I wouldn't
you don't
feel
need
like
one.
I need one.
I mean, you think about it. We here
Exactly.
I don't need one.
Right.
I didn't even because
not being here. I'm talking about his example, but in the States.
Yeah, I'm saying in the States. Yeah, here's a little bit different because there is no culture of it. Right. There is no Second Amendment here. Right. The culture is way different. So again, I say, if you were to move somewhere in the U.S. and nobody there had guns, it wasn't allowed. Right.
Let's
say Utah. Nah, they got guns. They hunt. but let's say you move there. Would you feel the need?
It's not even the fact that my neighbors or whoever has guns. It's the fact that if the area is safe, you don't have break-ins. You know, you don't have the crime that's happening in the area. I wouldn't need a gun.
So would you rather live in a place where you don't have to worry about gun violence?
Yeah.
Right? Would you rather live in a place like that or go and then just deal with whatever is there and get one if you need one based off of how you feel about the situation?
Yeah, I'm avoiding the area.
You're avoiding the area if you think you need a gun.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, because you think about it, like when we were young and dumb, we were just anywhere. You know what I'm saying? And so like now that I'm older, well, I was. That was all
that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying? Like now that I'm older, like I watch where I'm going. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you'll never know what happened, but I try to kind of exercise discernment and decide, okay, it's not a safe area. All right, y'all, it's been good. I'm gonna roll out. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But you know, there's certain behaviors that I automatically have just from growing up where I grew up. Like I'll walk out the club before it ends. You know what I'm saying? And watch the people come out. Like you know what I'm saying? Like I don't go out with the rest of the folks.
What would it look like to y'all if there was a method of gun reform? What would that look like? What do you think could work if that's what the U.S. decided to do?
I think that for one, it definitely need to register. Every gun need to be registered. It need to be registered under your name. It need to be everything that you have, from the ammo to everything. What do you have? You know what I'm saying, in your possession?
Oh, ammo as well.
Yeah,
that's a good. Yeah, okay.
And so, because if you're going somewhere, like let's say you're going hunting. You need to register. You need to let them know you going hunting. This is how much ammo you taking with you. When you come back, you need to follow up. I still have these. These are my guns that I took. These are the guns I have. This is how much ammo I have left. You know what I'm saying? So that way they're aware of like what do we have. We also need to make sure with that there's no mental, like we need a background check. There's no history of mental illness. There's no history of like maybe depression, like certain things, certain illnesses you shouldn't be able to purchase a gun. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And so those, you definitely have to have a background check. And I think that'll be like starting out. And anybody who need to get it, and only certain places can sell guns. You can't get them from you can't sell your guns to somebody else. If you want to sell your gun, there's a retail store that you can sell it back to, and then they can sell it to whomever. You know what I'm saying? So
or there's somebody to broker the deal for you, like a PayPal. You know what I mean? I know that's an online dealing with money, but there's certain stores that you can go to. Like, okay, I'll meet you at the gun store, and then we'll go there and we do the paperwork, and then just like a DMV, but for guns,
right?
You know what I'm saying? Something like that. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah,
I'm going with the discussion of
just nothing.
the discussion of don't let it be easy to get these type of guns out. You know, the
You talking about the assault rifles, the semi-automatics and stuff. Yeah. Okay.
I'm more on that umbrella of like, okay, control would be like, okay, just don't give them out.
Okay, but how though?
Certain guns should be able to be purchased.
Yeah.
Okay.
By the public, so you have to be of a certain stature to be able to get a certain type of gun. Then, like the regular. But I'm saying
stature. What you mean, like,
so I'm saying like a private citizen like us, we can't go get an AR-15.
True.
Right? They'd be like, "What you need an AR-15 for?" Right? That kind of thing. They'll be like, "Okay, you're a private citizen." And then they'll have maybe whatever, like private citizen, your age is from this to this or whatever. You qualify for, you know, a handgun or this or 45, you know, whatever it is.
38 special.
That's all you can get.
Wow, really?
You in this bracket.
Really? Oh, your social credit score will mess that up. They'll be like, oh, you know you didn't tip when you went to TGI Fridays, right?
Buy
This revolves
No 50 cal for you, buddy.
Oh, don't know how to say thank you? No 9 mil this weekend.
Right, that's 22. It's in your list.
Oh, wow, really? Pew, 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 pew.
Right, be like, quick. Shoot that shit.
Oh my God.
But yeah, I agree. Like it definitely. But what? Okay, I to be honest, like what? Why would someone need an AR-15? Like a privacy? Like what would you use it for?
That's what the argument is.
Yeah, they just want it because they say it's their right, you know. So, but
so
here,
right
But I'm asking, like, what right do you have to have an AR-15, and why would you use it? Like a gun is a tool. You know what I'm saying? Like I ain't just walking around. Like I have a hammer because I'm gonna use the hammer. You know what I'm saying? I just don't have a hammer just because I want one. You know what I'm saying? I have a hammer because I put things together. Yeah. If I need to purchase one, I go get one.
That's a good analogy.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So if we're looking at guns as a tool, it's a tool, so I use it to hunt. You know what I'm saying? Or gaming. So why do I need an AR-15? Like what is the purpose of it besides it's my right? Well, it's my right to not give you one. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like at the end of the day, like.
Well, I think what happens is we have people who are uneducated about the law, and then they regurgitate a lot of stuff that they hear or what they think they know, right? And so when you talk about the Second Amendment, everybody's like, well, it's all right. And they speak about the Second Amendment like it's absolute, right? It's like, it's what it is. It's the Second Amendment. I'm a right, you know, I'm able to have my gun or whatever. I don't remember the exact verbiage of it, but I can put it on the screen or whatever, but for the Second Amendment. But I know it says something about like dealing with like something with militia and whatever, having the right to have the gun, this and this or whatever. But say, for example, what just happened in North Carolina, that 18-year-old wasn't a part of a properly formed militia, right? That's what's in, like, I don't know the verbiage. I mean, I can look it up on my phone.
No, he went in North Carolina. He's in Texas.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
No, I said North Carolina?
Yeah.
Sorry. I meant, why am I thinking North Carolina?
I don't know.
Sorry, Texas. But yeah, excuse me. So, but he's not whatever for a militia. So I don't understand why. But the Second Amendment, again, they speak about it like it can't be changed, right? And if that's the case, then we have to look at things like the First Amendment to prove them wrong. Because First Amendment is what? Freedom of speech. Do we have freedom of speech? Do we?
That has that has its own gray line and stuff.
No, it does not have a gray line. Do we have freedom of speech?
You can say whatever you want to say.
Can you?
Yeah.
Can you incite?
That's what I'm saying. That's a new.
No, it ain't new. Can you incite? Can you threaten the life of the president?
No, you can't do that.
So you don't have free speech.
You don't have free speech. There is the First Amendment that gives you freedom of speech.
Right.
But there are still, if I'm not mistaken, I think there's like 8 or 9 of the changes that they've made. Yeah. Whereas like you can't do these things.
Right.
Right. So that kind of, you can't threaten somebody. You can't threaten to, start like incitement. You can't threaten to start a fight. So like there's certain things that you can't do, which is written into the law. That's the First Amendment. There's been changes to it. So what makes the Second Amendment so special?
Not unchangeable.
You see what I'm saying?
Right. They just need to really go back to the Constitution and revise it, update it or whatever.
Well, I mean, it ain't iOS It was like,
No, I'm
y'all
saying,
get that
like, I mean-
15.5 declaration.
No, but then I mean, I don't think America wants those problems. Like you're talking Supreme Court justice decisions, people getting mad.
But
people doing
again, this is people
people challenging it.
But this is people not being knowledgeable about what actually occurred, because the Bill of Rights, where did that come from? Where did it come from? It was based on something.
Right.
And it came from the French.
Right.
It's like the Declaration of Rights of Men and Citizen or something like that. And the whole premise behind it was you have unlimited rights to do whatever you want to do until it infringes upon the rights of other people. That's the premise that it was written on.
Right.
And people don't notice.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? That's why changes have been made to it over the years.
Those changes came by people taking it to court.
Exactly. And you
Court.
have to think that things have changed. It's no
Right.
different when somebody refers to one of the holy books or whatever. Things have changed. Terminologies have changed.
Right.
The way that people are formed have changed. A militia was something completely different back when they wrote the Second Amendment.
Right.
Something completely different than what we refer to as now.
right.
You see what I'm saying? So people, they remember or they bring up what they want to bring up. But the intent behind the Bill of Rights was not to be the way that people are interpreting it in that way.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? But again, none of the amendments are above reproach. None of the Bill of Rights, the first 10,
Right.
are above reproach. We change the First Amendment all the time.
Right.
But people act like the Second Amendment, for whatever reason,
Can't be changed.
can't be touched.
Right.
Why? This is where and both of you all are right. This is where the kickback is going to come. All I know is I'm tired of people dying from gun violence, in mass shootings, in one-on-one shootings, in robberies or whatever. Like it's sickening. Like it really is. And the idea that you could be out with your family, your friends,
Or
the
in
people that you
school.
love, little children in school learning the things that y'all help them with, which is
Right.
bringing me to a question I want to ask you, but the things that y'all help them learn
Yeah.
and comprehend. Imagine being in your classroom and somebody walks in and just starts shooting. And it's probably not
That
going to be
is-
one of the students that you're teaching. Maybe
Right.
not. It may just be somebody trying to do a copycat run of what they've seen in the news.
Yeah.
That's by far the scariest thing.
Yeah, I mean, I just thinking about my kids going back, and and they got to do, you got shelter in place,
Right.
and then you have to do,
Drills and
drills
stuff.
for mass. Like somebody might come in, like a shooter alert. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
exactly.
And they gonna be like, what the?
And they do this the same way when we was kids, and we used to do. I guess if you lived in California, they did it for earthquakes or whatever.
Yeah.
We used to do tornadoes.
Yeah.
Get under the desk and all this stuff.
Yeah, come into the hallway.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep. Exactly.
down.
Get in the
Yeah.
hallway, bend down, back against, or if
Yeah.
you had to face the wall, whatever,
the
turn
wall,
around,
Yeah.
mass shoot. They're doing this.
Oh, I know. I did it when I
Yeah.
had to run the drill when we were in Texas, and I was just
Who owned that? The school district hired a company to do that?
yeah. And so you
No, you just do it in the thing, and they have security.
They
there.
train you. They have a handbook for it. They train you, and then you implement it, and you go through it with your kids.
Yeah, because some schools are like getting real with it. They're doing an actual attack, not real attack, but
like
like a
real-
model,
An
yeah,
exercise.
an exercise.
Yeah.
And there's a company that does that.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
getting big. I mean, you
Yeesh.
think about it, because you want as many
Practice on
yeah.
recovery, aid, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Providing aid
Guys,
while it's still going on. Yeah,
It's gotta change.
it's insane.
Yeah, I think
It's insane.
I think it's just for the any shooting is
insane.
senseless, but then when you start killing like babies and old folks, like what? Come on, like what we come to now?
So
Yeah, and then I mean, yeah,
Like innocence, like you're not even you don't even belong to the school, and you go in there.
I think the motives as well. And then some of them are racially motivated.
Yeah.
Or because of black, whatever.
well, I mean, that was the one.
Pulse in
That was the one in
Orlando.
the grocery store.
Yeah, that was the
just
grocery one
occurred.
that just occurred.
So,
Yeah.
where was that at?
That was in
Buffalo.
Buffalo. That's right.
And then you had
Yeah.
Pulse,
Pulse.
Yeah.
which I don't even know if he did because of the whole orientation thing. But yeah, that happened. And
Yeah, you'd be
so
surprised.
you got people's, and then the people leaving manifestos, and it's just a whole bunch of nonsense, man.
I don't even care like why they're doing it. Like
Right,
if it's
right.
racially motivated or they didn't have friends. Like not saying I don't care, but I don't that doesn't matter to me. The fact is, people lost their lives, right? Like
That's a scary feeling.
I mean,
Yeah.
That's a scary feeling.
The first time that I physically was afraid was, I remember I was in Dubai and I heard, I think, what movie was it? They went into one of the movie theaters. I want to say it might have been like a Batman movie or something like
when
that.
he came out the back.
Was that the?
Yeah,
I was just like, yo, this.
when the shooting inside the movie theater.
That was in the South, I think. Or no. But it was a premiere for a movie, I believe, is what it was.
And someone shot.
I don't remember. I don't remember.
They came out. I think they came through from the exits, and locked the exits and went to shooting. Yeah, I mean it's sad. Like when you start thinking about it,
and to be, you know, going back on the amendments that we were talking about, like changes and stuff. You know, how we were talking about a particular project, right? And we were talking about like things you can do, you can't do, whatever. You know, that's a part of the First Amendment too. Intellectual property. You see, that's something you can't copy somebody else's stuff without having the rights to do it. That's protected because somebody goes, "Oh, it's my freedom of speech to be able to do that." It's intellectual property. This belongs to someone. It's
right.
You know, somebody has the trademark or the whatever for this. Porn.
yeah,
This is under the First Amendment. You can't do that. You can't just say, or like child porn. Sorry, child porn.
Yeah.
But like, you know what I'm saying? So these.
wait, I'm sorry.
Because I'm sure somebody would have been listening and saying, I'm violating the First Amendment. Baby, close the laptop. Like, what? So
Clear my files.
delete. So Kingsley's like, yo, we got to finish this episode. I gotta go.
No. I like this. Keep going.
You missed it.
Yeah, went over the head. He was talking about the porn part. And then he was saying like Kingsley was thinking like, I gotta get home so I can
Delete my shit.
Nah, bro.
So I can't do that.
Nah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, I just, you know, when you think about, I don't know, I know for me, like even when like kids get hurt and you have to call home to those parents to tell them their kids are hurt.
Come on now.
That is the tough, like you have to literally, because you know, like you think about it, you a parent, they're chilling, they get a phone call. They're thinking like, okay, something's wrong or something, like what's going on, and then you have to tell them we were taught not to tell them, just say we need you to come up here as soon as possible, so and so is safe. We just want to make sure we just need you here so we can talk to you in person, and then we tell them, you know what I'm saying, and so I couldn't imagine having to call those parents and inform them that their child will no longer return home, like. That's sad.
Yeah, but that's not you don't make that call.
I know, right? I know, but I'm saying like I couldn't. I'm not saying I don't want to ever make that call, but I'm saying like I feel bad for those people who have to make that call because that's not an easy call to make.
Right.
And be on that phone call on the other end while listening to the parent. Like that's
I don't even think they do a phone call with that though. I think they either have them come in or they go to the people's home because they keep that information locked. As far as like putting it out to the public, they like for the family to know from them first, and then they put I believe that is the protocol, right? Because imagine you ain't got your phone with you, and you're watching the news or whatever on, and you see your child's name come up and nobody's contacted you.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So before any of that information is released, they generally try to get in touch with the family first.
Right.
And then, you know, there's a hold on stuff like that. No.
Right. But I'm saying even go like knock on the door and say, hey, you know what I'm saying? Like that's a tough conversation. You know what I'm saying? That's a real tough conversation.
I mean,
it's sad.
What you thinking?
The whole debate, the whole discussion about gun control and mass shootings, and this is where we are right now.
Yeah,
this is where we are right now. Like,
I think to add to y'all's plan as far as like if we were to, what would it look like? I think there needs to be border checks, you know, in the U.S. because you got to remember, I don't know what state is what, right? But let's say you've got Florida, and let's say obviously y'all got stand your ground over there. Y'all just carry a gun to McDonald's and whatever, Chick-fil-A if you want to. So on your hip, like out like this, like so. I think Georgia's the same though. I think Georgia's the same. They have you don't have to conceal. But anyway, my point is like let's say the rules are different between Florida and Georgia, right? So you can be in Florida and you're able to have a gun or a certain type of gun if that's the rule. Well, when you cross the border to go to Georgia, nobody's at the border checking you. You see what I'm saying? And the law could be different in that state.
Right.
You see what I mean? So it's like, if anything's going to be put in place, they also need to start, either they need to have the same rules for everywhere, which is not going to happen, right? Or they need to start having checks that are enforcing these things on borders as people are crossing, you know, because it's going to take a lot. It's going to take a lot for them to do whatever they're going to do to have mass control or monitoring or whatever when it comes to the guns. I don't know. I'm not a politician. I'm not a lawmaker. I just know something got to be done.
Yeah, even if they took pieces of gun control from different countries and put it all together, you still got a lot more to process and to think about.
Yeah, I mean, every state has to be on board with it.
Yeah.
Right? That's the hard part, because when you talk about other countries, most countries are not the size of the US.
No.
You see what I'm saying? So
Our state's sometimes the size of a different country.
Exactly. So it's way different. It's way different. So, and it doesn't, and by that, because there's federal and there's state laws. I mean, y'all know. So that's how it is. So it's extremely hard to control or get control of that, I would imagine. I don't know. It's not a job I want to take on, but something got to be done.
And then you got to worry about the individual, like, you know, some of them are happening at universities. You got to look at the university laws and rules and stuff like that. So it all trickles down from the top all the way down to the smallest piece of.
Well, they would fall under whatever the state law is. A university wouldn't be able to.
Most universities are. There's some that's private.
They can be private, but
they still fall under the.
You can't, like, for example, if think about alcohol, right? You can't just say, "Oh, well, this is a private establishment. We have our own alcohol." No, you have to go by whatever the state laws are for having alcohol, serving alcohol. Who can work behind the bar to mix the drinks? So no, it doesn't work that way. So you can be private all you want, but that's not going to put you above certain laws. Like, as far as I know, I don't.
So they'll still be under the state laws, those universities.
Yeah, because I mean, my God, imagine like if somebody said, "Oh, but this is my private bar. Like, I don't fall under like state regulations," and they letting 15-year-olds come in there and get drinks. You know what I'm saying? Like that. That's not gonna fly. So no, I would imagine. But I'm not. You the politician in the group. You tell us. You got the experience.
I mean, the way things going, I'm like, man, I don't think I want them problems, because those are that's the. Yeah,
He can't even say.
Yeah, it's a tough discussion to have, a tough debate. Not tough, but there's just a whole lot of intricate avenues to go with it. That you know, you're talking about the ability to get a certain type of gun.
Right.
You know, and then the ammo. I think there was a law that said something about the bumpers or something. I think they call it bumpers.
Yes.
What's the bumpers?
Like how they modify the gun.
Oh yeah.
To be automatic. You know, so yeah, man.
Yeah, silencers and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, they can't have silencers?
No,
What you need
as a private citizen, you need no damn silencer.
Right. I've been watching too many action movies, man. You don't get out of here.
Yeah.
I want you to stay under the bed. Somebody's going to grab you. Tell me everything that you see. That's Liam Neeson, man. That's my guy.
Watching Taken over and over.
You know what I'm saying?
Taken reruns.
Somebody's going to take you. Man. That was the movie.
That was a good movie.
Man.
I've seen all three of them.
Part one for me. That's it.
Oh, you haven't seen the other ones?
I saw them, but I think part one is a lot better than the others. So.
All his movies are kind of
same.
Yeah. He's got a new one that's out. I fell asleep on it. I forgot what it is.
A Memory.
No,
It's Memory.
is it? Oh yeah, that's right.
He lost his memory, and
He's losing his memory. It's like
that's
early
right.
signs of Alzheimer's or dementia. I think it's Alzheimer's though.
All what?
Alzheimer's. Ain't it Alzheimer's?
What? Shaquille,
What is it?
Michael Jordan, it's like the NBA all timers.
oh, the cartoon. Shit!
Alzheimer's, right?
No, I thought you were tying into the
Nah, I
when
was
we were
like,
doing the kids shows last time.
What is it? How you say it?
I think it's Alzheimer's.
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 Yeah,
I like
because there's a
Alzheimer's.
Z in there.
Okay, yeah, it is a Z in there. I'm sorry.
I was like, he's sleepy. Just look at him.
I am.
Rubbing his eye.
You know, I get up. I
He
get
has
up
some,
early.
He has some bad peanuts.
I don't eat them nuts. Eat no nuts. Nutless. Nut free diet, buddy.
All right. So last question: Are y'all? Are you?
Goofy nut. He's over there crying.
Look, so are y'all? Stop. Are y'all pro gun or anti? Like how you feel? I mean,
I'm pro gun. Like you can. I think people should have.
you would
them.
consider yourself pro gun?
And okay, what do you mean by pro gun?
Pro gun.
Like
I should have my gun and nobody can take it from me, no matter what.
No, I'm not pro gun like in that.
That was mean, huh?
Yeah.
Ah, well.
I'm not pro gun in that
There's-
aspect. I'm pro gun in the aspect like there should be laws to obtain a gun. There should be laws to keeping a gun, and it should be laws to
Stricter laws. I
Yeah.
think, yeah.
So
'Cause
it
they,
should be
they
some
got
gun
laws,
control.
but
You need to
Yeah.
be tighter.
worth for them.
stricter, yeah.
I mean, yeah, you can get a brand new one out the box with no serial number and everything.
That's what I wanted to ask y'all. What? Because you said okay, like going to go buy them, and then if you selling it, and you go somewhere and you're doing it this way. What about the printing, the printable guns?
Oh.
What kind of regulation should be in place
Whoa.
for that when people
Yeah.
can print their own guns?
Shouldn't be able to.
Yeah.
But they can.
They can, but they shouldn't be able to.
Yeah, that is the thing.
You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
That's what I wanted to ask you about. Yeah.
Yeah.
When you said getting them in the boxes,
Yeah, because I think when 3D printing first came out,
Mm-hmm.
somebody had came out with a model or something on how to make a gun,
yeah.
and
You just download the file and then load it to your printer, and you have the materials, and boom.
Right.
Yeah.
And you just create your little gun.
Yeah.
Imagine.
And then I think the discussion with that was the fact that it can bypass metal detectors and stuff like that.
Because it's plastic.
Yeah. 3D printer or whatever.
Crazy,
that
bro.
material is. So yeah.
It's
Yeah.
scary.
They
I don't know. Any final words for the people about how y'all feel about this? What do y'all want them to take away from this gun violence world?
Let's stop the thoughts and prayers and get to work. You know, it's always thoughts and prayers. It's like stop that and let's get to work, man. You know, and schools, man. It's getting to schools.
Well, what does work look like though?
Politicians getting off their ass and stop being political and trying to appease the masses and appease their constituents and their voters. And you got the NRA giving donations out to those people, you know. So they need to stop fucking playing games.
Literally
Playing with our lives.
Do we think that private citizens can also do something? Because the politicians, I mean, albeit they're in their position, but
Yeah. They're not going to.
I think the work is really going to come from the private citizens actually
not voting for
caring
them.
enough. Not voting or voting for whoever is. Yeah, but then we're looking at the honesty side because they can say whatever they want to say to get selected for office, voted in, and then get in there and change it.
No, I think with you definitely have like citizens. We have that. Social media can be very powerful. Using, I guess, the voice of that and shining light on those who's not trying to get gun laws passed and making it prevalent for this is the person who's not allowing the gun laws to be passed. They don't want gun control. These are the things that they're doing, and then so that way people can stop voting for them. I don't know. You can do petitions. You can do all that, but
I feel like we're numb to all of that.
Yeah.
Like I feel like we're numb to. I'm tired of people hashtagging. You know what I mean? Like I feel like we're numb to hashtags. I feel like we're numb to people talking crap, even if it's valid. Talking crap about people in social media. I think we're numb to seeing people die in social media. Like. Imagine, like, just think, man, like 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Like the idea of we didn't have this capability to this level, but like scrolling on your phone and watching someone be killed.
Right.
Like, do you know what I'm saying? Like the way that we are being desensitized to all of this is ridiculous.
Yeah.
And I don't even know how to, sometimes you have to detox and whatever.
Been
Like
detox. I haven't been on social media in so long.
That's a good detox, man.
But really, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I just think that we're getting to a point where, I don't know, maybe we have to take it back to the Black Panther days. And, you know, there has to be a different course of action.
Right.
I don't know what that is. I'm not even going to pretend to know.
Right.
But maybe there needs to be a different course of action because this hashtag mess is not working.
Right.
This blackout this or whatever and post a all white picture, post a all black picture, and don't go on social media. This is not working.
Right.
These are fads. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? This is
Right.
no different than bell bottoms coming in and going back out of style and people having pigtails and you
coming
know,
back.
you know what I'm saying? Whatever. Like to me, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm delusional, but I feel like that's not doing much. I think it's too easy for somebody to share a post that you posted about something that's extremely important and then hashtag and send it to a friend and send this posted. What is that doing?
Right.
Yeah, okay, it's just another piece of the feed that I'm going to scroll through and I'm going to see 8,000 times that somebody was kneeled on and murdered in the streets.
Right.
It's just another feed that I'm going to see that somebody had on a body cam and was shooting up black people inside of a grocery store.
Right.
Just another feed that I'm going to see that a cop pulled somebody over. You get me? Like
Right.
I'm tired of that. Like
Right.
it doesn't make sense to me. I don't think that it's working. There's awareness. I will give it that credit.
That's what it does. That's what it's for.
But there's only so much awareness that you can do. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, but if we're talking about like reform and having laws changed, you have to do it through voting and all that other stuff, right?
but I don't understand like the awareness part though. Like I don't understand because like that's
because the awareness. I think the awareness, like people do it to keep people, because you know, like we're more of a microwave state of mind. Like we see something, then we forget about it, out of sight,
Okay.
out of mind.
Okay.
And I think that's when people constantly putting it out there, it's keeping it on the frontal lobe. Like, yes, we do need this because you constantly seeing somebody is posting that like gun reform.
But what are they doing? That I agree with you.
Right.
But what are they doing? What are they doing? Oh, here we go. Because it's the same feeling that I got. I'm like, man, here we go again.
Right.
Like here it is again. Here we go again. It's only a matter of time before another cop does something, and now we got the mass shooting. This is what we trade off in between.
Yeah.
We go from mass shooting to police brutality to
Every time it's an election year.
This is what we do.
Right.
Times in
And the
election
part
year.
that really kills me is this has always been happening, right? This is happening every day. How do they pick and choose what they're going to highlight and put into the social?
Man, come on now, man. You talking about media now, man?
But
Like,
you know what I
media.
mean? It's like,
Yeah.
oh, like your album is fire, but this song, we're gonna promote this one. And it's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
what makes the last mass shooting, and I mean no disrespect to anybody who lost people who they love, but what makes the last mass shooting that occurred the most prominent, the one that should be in the news right now, when other shootings are occurring and people are losing lives every single day to the same
It's
same act.
it's the amount of people.
huh?
I think it's the amount of people, like however big it is.
Got you. So, but what happens when there's not a mass one? What happens when there's not 18? What happens when there's not 12? What happens when there's not 9? And 2 people get killed in the streets. Do you see what I'm saying? Like how do they do it?
They have
when,
a number.
Huh?
They have a number. I think they said either a shooting where 2 or more people.
I'm not talking about a mass shooting. I'm talking about a shooting period. I'm saying
Okay.
I'm saying that the common denominator
Right.
is a gun and a person that is misusing the gun.
Right.
That's the common denominator, right? Or
I think they determine it by whatever they feel is the appropriate reason. You know what I'm saying? Like when you think of, when you think of 2 gangs and 2 people get shot, like 2 rival gangs and somebody gets shot, they're not gonna put that out there. And then you have the mass shooting at an elementary school.
I got you.
They gonna, you know what I'm saying? They're not gonna choose the gang members. They're gonna choose the elementary school. You know what I'm saying?
Understood. But let's just say, for example, just so I can try to make my point on it.
Yeah.
But let's say we go 3 weeks
Right.
without a mass shooting, right? And I want to speak on this sensitively, but let's say there's a 3-week period and there's no mass shootings that occur, right? For the sake of trying to make a point. In that 3 weeks, there are several shootings where 2 lives are lost, 2 lives are lost, 2 lives are lost, 2 lives are lost. We might not hear about any of those.
Right.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so aside from somebody filming something on their phone and then that making it to social media and then somehow that being pushed around, okay, that was the engine for that one.
Right.
But I'm just saying, like, the media, if nobody was posting that on social media, us individuals, us private citizens, how does the media decide? There's no mass shooting that happened in this 3-week period, but there were a lot of other shootings. We have shootings every day in the U.S.
They're keeping a record of it, yeah.
Bro, we are on, I don't know what day we're on, but
This exceeded the
today
amount of-
is
yeah,
today is June what?
Second.
June 2nd.
Yeah.
Right? So what are we at?
months
So
and
30,
30.
60, 90, 120, 150, 180. So we're roughly at 200 days, right?
Right.
There's probably been over 300 shootings.
Right.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's mass shootings.
No,
No,
shootings.
period.
Shootings. The mass shootings number is lower.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
but shootings, but that's why I say trying to prove my point. Obviously, mass shootings are not occurring every day.
Right,
But shootings are. So there has to be a window where there's not mass shootings. So if we really want to do as you said, they want to make awareness, then why aren't we hearing about everything? Because if I went and I told somebody in Europe or another country, right? Obviously, it's continent, but you know what I'm saying? If I went and told somebody in a European country or another continent, another country, yo, you know, for every day in the U.S., there's two types of shootings that occur,
Right.
or 3 shootings that occur on average. They
Right.
might be like, wait, what?
Right,
So
right.
we're on January 31st, and you're telling me that there's been 90 shootings? There's been 60 shootings?
No.
Do you get what I'm saying? Like, this is what we're looking at.
Right,
so if
right.
they truly want to do what you said and bring awareness to it, then why are they not bringing awareness to it? Because we hear about it in intervals, and it's almost like when it's good for them. It's no different than going out driving your car, getting a speeding ticket, and for the next 2 weeks, you the best driver in the world. You ain't trying to get no more tickets. You driving straight, you turning that signal, you holding it for the amount of seconds you're supposed to, and then after another week passes from that, you back to normal.
Right.
Kind of forgot about it, still being safe, but a little bit, you know, whatever.
Reckless.
Complacency. So if we really want to bring awareness to it, why are we not truly bringing awareness to it? Why are we not annoying people with this information?
I don't know. I feel like the
You start
mass.
stepping on rights, and you start stepping on the group of people who will be pro-gun, against gun. You start, no?
I don't know. I mean, when you say what he's saying, like if we're gonna bring awareness, you bring awareness to all of it, not just things that's big or massive. But I think it's very difficult to determine because I mean, when you think about the civil rights era, you know what I'm saying? They brought awareness to the ones that were major. You hear about like the Selma, you hear about March on Washington, you hear about the sit-ins, but there were a plethora. Like Rosa Parks wasn't the only one who refused to get the bus. She got the most recognized, but it was people before that.
Could be the narrative that we
Yeah, so I think it's but I don't know. Like I'm not in media, so I can't determine like what they choose. And then the awareness part, I think just it constantly being seen and heard every day, whether it be something big or something small. I think that's still awareness. You know what I'm saying? Maybe the level of awareness that you want it to be bigger, but I feel like it's still awareness. Like if you go on your page and you see the elementary, then tomorrow you see the Oklahoma, and then you see the Buffalo, and then you know what I'm saying? Like even though it wasn't 18, it might have been 7, it might have been 8, it might have been 6 here. I don't know. I still feel like it's still bringing awareness that gun control needs to be.
Are you saying
on the
that
table.
are you saying that it's difficult for them to do that? To get it out like that?
No, I'm saying I think what I'm saying, the people that you said like you'll see it on your news feed, right?
Right.
And I feel like we all see it on the news feed. We constantly see something about mass shootings consistently, right?
I mean, I go days without seeing anything of that nature, and I be honest with you, bro. Like from what you said, right, talking about like back in the day when we talking about during the civil rights movement, right? I don't buy it. I'll be honest with you, I don't buy it. Why? Because it's 2022.
Right.
It was way different back then.
Right.
They sending storks with babies and newspapers to give you all your information.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Storks.
Now it's all everything is at your
Yeah,
fingertips.
But I feel like you
Hold up.
see that. I think you see shootings all the time.
But look, what I'm saying is, look, okay, y'all know I'm a tech guy.
Yeah.
I'm into the cameras, I'm into the photography and the
Right.
graphics and all this stuff. If there's a new lens that's coming out, I am at no shortage of finding where Sony or Nikon or Canon has reached out to all these YouTubers. Hey, here's the new lens. Get out there, shoot around with it for a couple of weeks, and on the 2nd of June, you're allowed to post a video about it to get the awareness out there. Let everybody know that this is coming in 3 weeks.
Right.
We doing it with lenses. We doing it with cars. We doing it with phones. We doing it. Pick whatever you want to do.
The awareness that you want is what from the gun violence.
What I'm saying is, if they truly want to do awareness, stop picking and choosing. Right? There needs to be action behind it. But that fall off, just like you said, we're a microwave society. Right?
Right.
In the microwave society, once you take it out the microwave, or even once the buzzer goes off, and if you leave it in there, what's going to happen to the food? It's going to start to cool down, right? Well, that's what's happening to us. You see what I'm saying? Right. I'm not saying that I want to be oversaturated with murders and gun violence and all of this. I'm not saying that.
Right.
What I'm saying is there are different ways to do it, to constantly remind and take action. No, I don't want it in my news feed.
Right.
That's not what I'm saying. But there are things that can be done, and these people have the power to do it. They got no problem putting out and flooding the news and the media with the latest on Tesla and Elon Musk and what he's doing, and people going up to space and paying X amount of millions and millions of dollars to go and do that. They got no problem putting that out there.
Right.
You want to talk about the finals? You think ESPN is going to fall short, or ABC is going to fall short of letting you know what's happening with the NBA finals? No, every single day there's going to be coverage. There's going to be documentaries about Jaylen Brown and him signing with Kanye West, Donda Athletics, or whatever they call it. There's going to be stories about Jason Tatum and how he grew up and his struggles, and Jimmy Butler and how he had to deal with being homeless. And you will run to no end and find an information related to the topic.
Right.
Why are they not doing it in a category where people are losing their lives? This is what I don't understand. You see what I'm saying? There's a whole lot of different ways you can do it. You ain't got to just watch the basketball game. No, because there's documentaries, there's films, there's short films, there's signings, there's school visits from all these NBA players. They're flooding you with all these guys, right? And all these different little stories related to them because they're in the finals. And they're getting ready to go and bounce an orange ball and do their thing.
Right.
And I'm not belittling it, but I'm just saying it's a lot of things that are more important than a basketball game right now.
Right.
Children are losing their lives, and people don't want to do anything about it. And they're picking and choosing how they want to give us the information. So I'm just saying they need to pick and choose differently, pick and choose more wisely. No, I don't want it all in my feed, but there's other things you can do. Right. Now, maybe it's because we're physically where we are, and maybe there are things going on.
I think, because I remember
maybe
like, I don't know, when you say like just bringing awareness to like just people being the act of violence, you know what I'm saying, the shooting or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like it's a lot of it happens, you know, and so for one, it's so many that you almost need a newspaper of itself to report it. If you start talking about from everywhere.
Is there? Maybe that's a good idea.
You know what I'm saying?
Maybe that's a really good idea. Yeah. And I don't mean just talk about gun violence. Maybe that it should be something where it talks about all the things going on, right? You can go to this rally. You know what I'm saying? Right. These people are running for office and they support this motive that's going to help us control this gun thing. Right. You know what I'm saying? You can donate to this charity. You can go volunteer at this organization.
But I think that's already out there.
I don't know.
Right.
Is it? Point it out.
Yeah,
find it before we post this episode, and I'll put it.
Yeah.
I'll put the links and everything inside of it because I don't know.
I think you have a lot of politicians that have like that's their
platform.
thing. That's their platform, and they have a lot of like there's things.
But
where
that's
people
the point.
Right.
Politicians. That's what I'm saying. We're
where's the
we're
influence,
more
like citizens.
Yeah, I'm saying we're more.
Yeah,
we the citizens are more. Look, talking about the cameras and stuff again. I don't need for
Politician.
B&H Photo and Adorama and all these other famous photography stores in the US to talk about the latest camera, right? What do? They go to the people that are just like you and I.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Because they also have reach and it's just as effective, if not more effective. Because most people will look at a famous photography store and say, well, it's your job. You want to sell your product. But when it's us talking about it, we relate more and we understand more. And maybe you already have another relationship with who you're getting it from.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Like, oh, I listen to Kingsley's podcast every week. And now Kingsley's talking about gun violence in Florida and this rally that's going on, and he's running for the alderman, and I want to support that,
right?
Because there's so many different avenues to try to reach people,
right? But I think that's already here. It just depends on what you're watching. Like, I don't know so if any lens that comes out from any camera, I wouldn't know because I don't watch anything of that nature. I'm not a part of that community,
and it's not that important.
It's not that. It's
that
not
was the whole point. That's it ain't even about it being important to you. What I'm saying, that's exactly why I said what I said. It's not that important. Who cares about the lens? But you got no problem finding that information.
Right.
I shouldn't have a problem finding information about something so important as babies losing their lives to gun violence. You see what I'm saying? I shouldn't. The well should not run dry on this. I should be able to find all the information that's why I say it's way different than the civil rights movement. With the technology that we have, it should literally be at our fingertips to find out any and everything that we want to and or need to find out, so that we can be active, so that we can help, so that we can be educated.
So I don't know. What I'm hearing you saying is, if you feel the need now to be active in the gun violence and part of the gun control movement, you won't be able to find it. And I think that's not true. I feel like you will be able to, if you take the time to research it, you will be able to find it.
I'm not saying.
Are they getting the airtime?
Is that
what you're saying? Like that's what I'm trying to understand.
I'm not saying that I can't find it.
Right.
What I'm saying is I shouldn't even have to look hard for it.
Right.
It should be, if it's that important, huh?
Go ahead.
I'm just saying, if it is that important,
right?
It should be all over the place.
Right.
If you're really I was going off of what you said, talking about awareness, huh?
But wouldn't it would be all over the place if you're searching for it though, right? So if I go on YouTube and I'm watching, I just type in gun control.
Right.
They'll give me somebody talking about gun control.
And if you watch,
and then if I keep watching it over and over, they'll start feeding that into your thing.
Yeah.
I'm not just talking about. See, I'm not talking about YouTube. Look,
no, he's just saying
in general.
Okay, right. Do you guys? I mean, you all have a phone here, right?
Yeah.
Do you have any? Do you know what a Tissalot is?
Yes.
Do you look for a Tissalot? Do you walk around looking for a Tissalot advertisement?
No.
But it's in your face.
I don't pay attention to it.
But that's what I'm saying. It's in your face though. That's what I mean. I'm thinking that something as important as this, right? Mm-hmm. And the awareness and the attention that it deserves.
Right.
Right. I would imagine that it would be in our face.
I see what you're saying.
With ease. I don't
see what you're saying. It's like the gun control. Like, I don't know. Maybe in the States, maybe there's advertisement there. Maybe it's billboards.
Yes.
Maybe it's, what I'm saying, different things that is already there.
That is valid.
I feel like, I'm hoping that it is. And I feel like it is. Like like you can go somewhere and you might have like, I don't know what billboard that would look like where you talking about gun control.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
I've seen a few.
Okay, so I haven't been on so long.
and I haven't either. So and I give it that respect that I'm not there, so it may not be.
And that's how I feel like that it can definitely be that. And so
I'm definitely not saying that people are not doing it. I'm just saying I hope that it is this way.
Yeah.
I hope that it is this way where it's easy to find, because I'm not looking for a new Etisalat plan. I'm not looking to get a new contract for my phone.
Right.
But everywhere I go, I see the advertisements. So, and that's why I was like shaking my head when you said about YouTube. I'm like, yeah, but on YouTube, you are purposely searching for something, and then it builds your feed and what's coming up next based off what you search for. Right. I'm not searching for it Tissalot, but everywhere I go, I see it.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Like, I'm hoping that it's this way, so that this awareness that you talked about is actually awareness.
Right.
Because that's what it's supposed to be. To be made aware of something is usually coming from a point of you're not too familiar with it. Right. Or you rarely ever experience it. So for awareness to be made to you, awareness is being, hey, this is going on, right? Oh, I wasn't aware.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
This is what I'm saying. But yeah.
I don't know. I feel like I do feel like it's there. And it might be a lot more if we were home. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I think being here, we're not gonna be we hit the news. Our news is basically like you have to search. And you will have to actually go back and watch your news. Like I used to read the Detroit newspapers all the time. You know what I'm saying? And so
he old. News.
Well, I'm saying right now or back then.
Like I still do every once in a while. I pull it up and I read the
see what's going on.
Yeah,
right. You go to Chick-fil-A and get that chicken biscuit,
cross my legs,
chicken egg biscuit.
That'd be like Paw. Sitting up watching.
Yo, man, let's close this out.
I am gonna when I get back. I feel like I do want a physical paper, man. I hate.
Yeah.
Sometimes I don't even want to use the iPad to read. I like the physical touch of the
iPad 3.
iPad to read.
Oh, I think it's iPad 3. I was like, man, 2007. iPad 3.
You are older than me.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
I am not.
Yes, you are older than me. Why you over there talking shit like
I'm the youngest one on the group.
No, you're not. Kingsley is the youngest.
No, he's not.
Did you?
No, the other way.
The other way. Okay, you're the oldest. I'm the second. You're the youngest. Which other way you are? You are the oldest. Why you trying to have me out here like I'm the old?
When the thing said on Instagram, the little puppy, I'm just a baby. Yo, listen.
That was hilarious.
To my immediate left is the brother Kingsley.
Yeah, you're like Papa Smurf. Nah, that's you.
Can I close out the show, please?
Close. I'm sorry.
Goodness gracious. To my immediate left is the brother Kingsley. Across the couch is the man Mel, the oldest one of the group. And I am Omega. This is Diverse Clarity. This is where we have those thought-provoking conversations about things that matter and some that don't. We will catch you next episode.
Peace.
Way to close out, old man.
Cut!